guys, it's HighTreeTops.
And if you're not familiar of who we are, we run a online e-commerce business, and for every shirt that is purchased, 10% goes back to great organizations. One in particular is One Tree. For every dollar donated, a tree is getting planted. So it's a really important cause, and it helps our essential resources out.
The reason we're doing this video is to do a quick review over the 2017 Blazers Cup. This year it was hosted by Tommy Chong. If you don't know what the Blazers Cup is, it's just a 2-day celebration of the best medical marijuana, just to recognize some growers, breeders, edible chefs, extract artists. I'm pretty sure this year it was about 500 vendors. 500 vendors were there. So just real quick, we're about to just do a pros and cons video.
So here at HighTreeTops, we like to leave on a high note. So starting with some of the cons that we experienced, when we went to originally go purchase these tickets, you had the option for general admission, regular VIP, and then super VIP. And we thought we would go with super VIP because one perk was meet and greet with Tommy Chong. And then another one was to avoid lines. And it just seemed like meeting Tommy Chong, it started to seem like a lot of people were meeting them because we were bumping into people who were saying, oh no, we were just general admission and we're regular VIP, and it just didn't make sense because I thought
basically
that was
everyone got to meet him
exclusively for super VIP. And then as far as, avoiding lines, it just seemed like that's all we're doing.
Half the day.
Yeah, for the first day. And so it was a little misleading.
Yeah,
because it's kind of a bummer.
If it says avoid lines, and more than half of the day we were standing in lines, and super VIP was, they said it, the way they worded it online, it said super VIP was going to be the only group who could meet Tommy Chong. Mm-hmm. He was doing meet and greets both days, which is nice for him. That's very nice. But why did we have to pay more? You know? And then even going into the souvenir bag, online when we bought the tickets, it said we would be getting a souvenir bag plus a shirt. We got the shirt, but I don't know what they were talking about the souvenir bag. I hope it wasn't that plastic bag, because that's what it was. It's the same bag they've been using for 3 years. But if you go back and watch on YouTube, like back in 2014, there's a guy who was literally pulling stuff out of the same bag we got, but he was pulling out souvenirs. So when you think of a souvenir, you think of you're going to get souvenirs. So come on, Blazers Cup, where's our souvenirs? Like, that's what we paid for. So I'm confused why we had to pay so much for super VIP when everybody got to meet Chong. There ain't no way we avoided them damn lines.
It's just if everyone else had access to what super VIP was to exclusively have access to, it just didn't make sense on what we paid extra for. Like, what
we're just confused what we paid extra for, because we didn't get any extra perks. We might as well have just been VIP or general admission. But even then, because people who were general admission were just going up and telling security that they were VIP and they were getting a bag. People who were VIP and super VIP didn't even get a bag or a shirt.
Like, there was a couple people that we stood in line with, and we bumped into them and we're like, oh my gosh, did you get your bag? And they're like, no. By the time we went up to security, they didn't have any more. And I guess, other people were just taking them. And that's kind of upsetting, because if you paid for super VIP, at least let me leave with a shirt, So,
but that's just bad on security's part, too. Like, the security there was horrible. I get that they were just trying to do their job, but for one, they weren't even letting people in. They were saying that they never got their scanners in, but I didn't even see, there was no professional, there was no staff. The security was the staff, and they didn't know anything. There was no direction. Everything there was
not a right person to go to be like, hey, can you help me out?
I feel like everything online was very misleading, and when we got there, it was chaotic. This has been planned for half a year, 6 months. You would think that it would have been more planned out. So I think it was very upsetting. And even going into the medical cards, guys, online, when you buy the tickets on Rush 49, because I'm assuming that's where everybody got their tickets, it states that you are going to be getting your medical card. So they said that they had doctors on site, and you would have to pay $40 to get your medical card. No, this was not a medical card. This was a recreational card.
And see, we understand why they were giving people rec cards. I just wish it was, communicated better. But we needed these rec cards to be able to go into the event and go into these prop areas and smoke and be around the stuff. So it does make sense. On a higher note, I mean, we were able to go and meet Tommy Chong,
which was great.
Awesome.
We specifically went to go and give him this shirt.
Yes.
So go get you one. Right, www.HighTreeTops.com.
It seemed like he enjoyed it. It was just absolutely great.
Amazing.
It was really amazing, seeing him and just being able to chat with him and tell him, we're just thankful like what he's done for the cannabis community, and it was just really a neat experience, honestly, once you got to meet him.
And also, some more pros that we'd like to go over is just the networking. The people there were so amazing. The vendors were so amazing. It's just nice to see how like-minded people can get together and really get along. Yes. It was just great. And we didn't get our medical cards, unfortunately, but thank God we at least got something. We got our recreational cards, so they are good for a year. So that's also a plus if you're in the correct state.
Another great thing that we were able to see and that we noticed was the stoner support. It just seemed like everyone was helping each other along and letting people know where lines were, which was so helpful. And it was just a great atmosphere. Different, when do you get to be around a group of people who support what you do? And it just was also just amazing. Like, they had people out, like different vendors from different, tents, were out. They were giving free samples away. They had just crazy things happening. We saw this dude taking a huge bong rip. It was really just neat to see it all.
So just a couple highlights,
But, we started walking around and then we noticed there was a stage and there was a guy talking about some radio show or whatnot, and so we started chatting, and then when we looked back up, we saw Jesus on the stage, and he was just torching up, a big huge cross joint. I'm just like, what are you about to do with that?
We gotta stay for this.
Yes.
We thought he was about to pass that shit around, so we stayed for that.
We were waiting for his sacraments.
And his blessings.
Which actually, day 2, we were able to get his blessings. Thank you, Jesus.
Please go follow him. I'm pretty sure his Instagram is Jesus420. So shout him out, go follow him.
Check him out. It's a funny gig. Love it.
And so all of like the negative shit that happened was all on day 1. Day 2, Blazers Cup actually had their shit together. The security actually had lines for general admission to get in, and super VIP and VIP, so we got in right away. And then, obviously, the networking was so great. We're going to shout out to Bum Lucky real quick. They were this reggae band from Dallas, I believe, that they were just playing away.
Funny tunes,
just smoking, chilling. Like, that's what it's all about,
And there was another band with them called Cheese and Crackers.
Just funny names. Like, we dug it. We were just having a good time laughing.
Definitely great vibes.
Nothing but good vibes.
It was unfortunate, that this event wasn't put together the way we thought it would, since we had booked it 6 months. We normally, that's what you expect, that something would be better put together. But it was our first event. But definitely, if you ever want to go to an event, even if it's not cannabis related or whatnot, definitely,
check it out.
Check it out.
Research
check the
it. Reviews,
the questions and answers, and really try to figure it out and see if you can write people. And if there's any type of doubt, I would just call management and just try to figure it out. We know for next time, so it was great. It made us more aware.
Experience, yeah.
So definitely, but this was amazing, and honestly, the good was just way better than the bad. Once we got through the bad, it was just amazing. Like, there's really was nothing else to complain about. We really didn't want to do any complaining, but it's just a review. And
so if you like this video, we are going to be doing more videos here soon in the next couple weeks. So why don't you hit the subscribe button down below or up top, wherever it's at. And also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. HighTreeTops.
And if you happen to make it to the Blazers Cup this past weekend, feel free to comment below. Let us know your experience. Did you have a funny experience with Chong? We actually got to meet him up later on.
Yeah, we saw him again.
Check out our Instagram to see the video.
Yeah, and let us know everything.